So we've got the patch notes now for Warzone 2.0's update. We're going to fly through this as quickly as we possibly can. I don't want to waste too much time on this. As you can see here, we've got the overall kind of what we know as the roadmap. And this is for the first season of the game. So this is quite exciting stuff. If you do enjoy this style of content, by the way, don't forget to subscribe as we try to reach our goal of 50k. So this is going to drop on November 16th, of course. We will be making tons of content for Warzone's launch as well. So make sure you stay tuned for all of that. Now, when it comes into the actual roadmap here, you can see this. I don't want to spend too much time talking about the stuff that's not really too important. But obviously, we've got the new Al Mazrah map. We've got the DMZ game mode as well, which we're very excited for. We'll be making tons of content on that. We've got a new Gulag system, which hopefully they've updated since seeing the kind of alpha gameplay. We've got circle collapses, we've got water combat, we've got new buy stations, third person playlist, I think that's for multiplayer, and then interrogation on Battle Royale, so that's a bit different. They've got new maps coming, so we've got Shoot House and we've also got Shipment, which is perfect. That's exactly what you want to see for leveling up weapons. They've got Raid, which is a new mode as well for multiplayer, which is, again, I think it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be PvE. We've got a new co-op mission as well. CDL stuff, which I'm not really too interested in. When it comes to the new Battle Pass system, again, we'll see how that turns out. New Operator, which is Zeus. When it comes to the weapons that are coming, so every weapon that's coming at the start of the season is going to be the BAS-P SMG, which is one I'm really excited for. The Victus XMR Sniper. So that's coming at the start of the season as well. We've got new operators, which are basically based around football. So this is really, really cool stuff if you're a football fan. So Messi, Pogba, and Neymar Jr. are actually going to be operators in this game. I'll be really interested to see how Messi's going to play out because he's one of the best players. But when it comes to other weapons here, we've got the M13B, which is basically the M13, and that's going to come at the start of the season. Then we do have the Honey Badger coming mid-season, hopefully, so that'll be 4 weapons in total that we're looking at. We've got new bundles, new operators, all that good stuff as well. Moving on into the content, obviously we've got the new Al Mazrah map. They're going to go over some actual points of interest as well, so this is going to be taking a lot of multiplayer maps inspiration, which is obviously what we expected. The next big thing is loadouts are coming back, so we kind of seen some leaks and rumors about this, but it's basically official now, so we are getting loadouts back in the game. Custom loadouts are back for Warzone 2.0, similar to the original Warzone. Loadouts play a large role in what makes this game unique, so hopefully, or luckily, they actually noticed that. And in this new era, players will have quicker access to their loadouts. Primary weapons benefit. The primary weapon, there are 3 ways to earn a loadout or at least a primary weapon. So I think they're still having that kind of buyback of your guns, but they're also going to have loadout drops as well. So shops, players can use in-match cash at the shops, new name for buy stations, to purchase their primary weapon from their created loadout. So you can basically buy a weapon, or you'll get the public event loadout drop. So loadout drops will drop in at the middle of the matches, as we're kind of usually expecting. And then they also have the strongholds as well. So they're basically integrating all of the kind of mechanics that we saw. So basically buying at the shops or the buy station. We also get the public event as well, which is where I'm assuming you'll get all your perks and stuff. So they might take away the actual loadout drop from the buy station, so you can only buy a weapon, which I actually think is a fair balance, to be honest with you. Or you can go with the strongholds, which I'll personally be avoiding as much as possible. I do not want to fight AI in a battle royale game. Looting mechanics are remained to traditional, new backpack system in DMZ. So this is, again, perfect news. The looting system is going to be the same as Warzone 1, but the new backpack system will be fully integrated for DMZ, which I think is actually perfect for that style of game mode, actually. So I think actually this is the best way to do it, because the way DMZ is going to play out is more of a kind of survival type game mode, where having a backpack looting system would be a lot better. And then obviously in Battle Royale, it's faster paced and you want to actually get in and out of your looting as quick as possible, then we'll have it back to kind of normal a little bit. So that's ideal. When a player dies, they'll drop their primary weapon on the ground and their backpack, which contains the rest of their content and is accessed through a loot menu. So essentially you'll still need to go searching for this, so it won't basically sprawl out. You'll get the primary weapon, you can pick that up straight away, but then you'll need to go through the backpack to get the rest of the stuff. A bit weird. Hopefully we'll need to see how this kind of plays out, but we'll see. Supply boxes will throw items out, so that's again what we're used to seeing in Warzone 1. Any other loot container such as a duffel bag or medical case will function with a loot menu. So again, I think they're kind of taking the more hybrid approach, so taking a bit of what they wanted in the game and then also a bit of what we've asked for back from the original Warzone. Gulag, the 2v2 environment where randomly duos must coordinate to take out their opposition. All players will receive a predefined loadout at launch. And this will be a pistol or a shotgun, a lethal grenade, and a tactical grenade. The Gulag will also include a jailer who will also appear in the middle of the match to help speed up the combat. Again, this is basically the AI thing, so they never really changed the Gulag, which is a bit unfortunate, which is not something I'm actually looking for. Instead of the traditional overtime mechanic, if neither the team nor the jailer are eliminated after the brief period of time, all 4 operators lose. Again, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of this new Gulag system. The duos thing may be okay, but having AI in the Gulag is just not what we're looking for. AI combatants in Battle Royale only at strongholds, black sites, and Gulag overtime. It should not be in Gulag, let's be perfectly honest. It's a tense situation. It should really be 1v1 still, in my opinion. That's kind of another unique thing about Warzone that made it stand out. This whole 2v2 thing's not ideal. Additional new features, aquatic combat, new vehicles, fuel mechanic, and more. The fuel thing's pretty self-explanatory. Obviously, once vehicles are driven around enough, they'll run out of fuel. And then the circle collapses. There'll be 3 circle zones, which we saw in the kind of gameplay teaser before. So there's not really too much there. Proximity chat is something that we already kind of seen as well. Assimilation and squad-based DMZ modes, as well as special Battle Royale playlist. You have a choice to join up with enemy operators and form a larger squad. That's something quite interesting, but it's something that I feel like should be a separate game mode thing. You don't want to be like playing with other enemy players and stuff and teaming inside Battle Royale, which is not what we want to see. In squad-based game modes, intel is everything. It's to reveal enemy locations by successfully shaking down player-controlled enemies when they're down. So, I mean, I suppose that's like having a UAV essentially, or what we had in Rebirth. When you kill a player, it basically shows the location of their teammates, which is quite good, but I feel like this is maybe going to get you caught off guard, but also there is a risk versus reward there. So, I mean, I do think it's not a bad introduction. Heavy chopper and Hummer EUV or EV or whatever it's called. This is just more vehicles, so I'm not massively interested in this, but overall there is more. ATV, nimble 3-seater, UTV, lightweight 4-seater hatchback, is a 4-door civilian vehicle. We've got an SUV, we've got a Hummer all-electric super truck, engineered for off-road, cargo truck, light helo, which is the normal twin, helicopter, heavy chopper, which is the one that we're seeing in Ground War at the moment, which is the one I think is the really large one. Then we've got a tactical boat, which is the RHIB, armor patrol boat, and vehicle fuel at gas station mechanic. So, I mean, obviously we'll need to do that. Aquatic combat, we've seen that a bit in the kind of early gameplay as well. And the shops, buy station 2.0. Each buy station contains a unique set of items for purchase in limited quantity, including kill streaks, armor plates, more. You should see these offerings can buy back fallen squad mates within a new interface. This limited quantity thing is the thing that's throwing me off here. The reason for that is things like armor plates, if there's not enough around the map in the first place, is kind of going to cause the same kind of issue we had inside Warzone 1, where sometimes there was not a lot of armor plates around the map to begin with. And then having limited inside the buy station, I think is going to make this game feel really, really weird. So hopefully they remove that, at least for armor plates and things like ammo boxes. For other things like kill streaks, that's kind of fair enough in my opinion, but for armor plates, they need to remove this limited quantity in my opinion. And then also buying back your teammates, I feel like that should be unlimited as well, especially if you are playing in kind of a mixed lobby where your teammates are not probably as skilled as you. They're dying quite often, but you still want to get them back in the game so they are enjoying their time playing. So now they're moving on to discuss DMZ. So DMZ is an open world, narrative focused extraction mode where operators, squads have free reign to complete faction-based missions, take on additional side objectives, engage in enemy operators or AI combatants, and search for valuable items. all whilst fighting to survive towards exfiltration. Hopefully they have cool blueprints that you can actually go and look for. I think it'll give a lot of people a reason to play this game mode. So let's say there's a really great M4 blueprint that's hidden somewhere on the map, you need to go looking for it, or it's basically in one of those stronghold things that they keep talking about, and then you can use that in Warzone or multiplayer. That'll be really, really interesting and adds a lot of replay value to this game mode in particular, especially since there will be AI in there as well. So I think that's a good idea, and I think what they should really do is have multiple maps that are separate for DMZ and separate for Battle Royale, so it makes the game kind of feel different, almost like the way we had Rebirth and then also, or Resurgence essentially, and we also had the main Battle Royale map. So hopefully there's like almost 3 huge game modes in circulation when we do get Resurgence added in to Warzone 2.0. That would be like a huge free-to-play experience that will probably never be matched, to be honest. So again, like I said, we'll need to wait and see for that. In-season third-person playlists. This might be for Warzone, yeah, I expected that. So this might just kind of be to compete with Fortnite, essentially. But we'll need to wait and see how that plays out. I like the fact that they added the third-person ADS mechanic. It makes it feel more like a third-person shooter now. So hopefully we'll see how that turns out. If it doesn't really turn out too well, no one will play it. So I mean, there's no real harm of it being in the game, I suppose. Some last quick things here. Warzone Caldera will be a separate thing, and they're going to rename it so that people know which one's the new one, of course. And this is just basically because a lot of people have bought items for this Warzone mode, and people will probably still play it, in my opinion. Then we've got the Modern Warfare 2 content, which I do want to cover because I do enjoy Modern Warfare essentially this time round, so I do want to cover it. We've got Shoot House coming, which always perfect. I love Shoot House, good map. In my opinion, we've got Shipment coming mid-season. I personally would have liked to see this at the start of the season, but I think they just want to give Warzone some shine and basically not allow us to level up those guns as quickly as possible. So, and that is pretty much it. We've also got raids as well coming at the start of, well, in the middle of the season actually, and that is going to be kind of more of a story-based type thing. So we'll see how that turns out. Weapon-wise, we've got the new XMR Sniper, so that is the screenshot for that one. We've got the new BAS-P SMG, which is the one I'm really looking forward to, so hopefully this is a good gun. Then we've got the M13, of course, or the Chimera, or whatever you want to call it. And then we've got the M13. This is actually the Chimera, that's the M13. They've got that mixed up there. But so then we've got a prestige system as well. So persistent prestige and seasonal progression revealed. So this year, leveling up past rank 55 will allow you to earn persistent prestige across all seasons rather than just having to reset at the end of the season. So it's going to be an actual prestige system now. Perfect is what we're all looking for, to be perfectly honest with you. Some of these icons and stuff look really, really cool as well. So that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.